Hi everyone, I'm here to pick my favorite grassroots and champion submissions for the 2018 Quest for Creativity. Thank you, Audrey, for hosting this event once again. As I was watching these works that were set, and the quality and the inspiration behind them made me reflect on how important it is to have events like this. I absolutely love seeing what everyone ventures into when they have the ability to explore whatever topics, genres, and movements they want. So with that, I'll just get right to it. For the champions, I chose Elizabeth Mission. I absolutely love everything about this piece. The balance of intricacy and simplicity was so beautiful to watch. Elizabeth, your intention of allowing the music to drive the movement was completely apparent throughout the entire piece. Stillness, acceleration, musical phrasing, ice coverage, diverse vocabulary of different steps and turns, and intention of movement were all so well executed throughout this piece. The placement of the forward outside spiral was not intuitive for me, but it worked so well. So it kind of made me reflect on how the program is so classic, but also at times not predictable. And I wanted to point out that while this style is not generally seen in competitive skating these days, it's important to acknowledge that this classic style does fit within the guidelines of what's asked for in IJS. Skating skills, transitions, performance execution, choreography, and interpretation of music were all there. So good skating is good skating. Elizabeth, thank you so much for sharing this piece, for skating it, and your students are so lucky to have you as their example and as a coach. For the grassroots division, I chose Brooke Tufts. Brooke, you have such strong expression that really made this holding out on a hero theme work really well. Your facial expression and full body movement were fantastic, as was your ability to find clear vocal points with your eyes. I thought it really drove the piece home and made a strong connection for me as the viewer. Nice job incorporating the double flip. It was so seamless within the piece that it actually contributed to the fluidity of the composition for me, as opposed to being jarring, as jumps often can be. There were a couple long notes towards the end before the spread eagle that didn't seem fully acknowledged, and it came at a point where the program was coming to a peak. So perhaps either the spread could have been sooner, or I don't know how that could have been related in maybe a way that was more effective. But then you got right back on track, because I really liked the use of the music for the Russian split into the half loop, and we were right back in. You did such a great job finding ways to vary the dynamics of your movement, and I was glad to see that it kind of came down at the end of the piece, and could have maybe even used more stillness throughout at times to show more of the vulnerability of this piece, and to make the really hard-hitting moments hit even harder. But fantastic job, and keep up the great work. And then before I go, I want to do one additional shout out to Liaden. What a great, heartfelt, creative program that had such a strong meaning behind it. It was beautiful. I love the spiral rocker hydroblade, the twizzle into the back catch foot, the vulnerability portrayed in the spread eagles, the unpredictability of the death drop that went into an upright variation was neat. The cantilever was perfect with the music, and that being said, I wanted more dancing throughout the program, and maybe even more use of vocabulary with the turns and steps throughout the program. I think it took a little bit of a backseat to some of the elements, but this program is really something special, and I loved it and watched it several times. So I think that's it. That's a wrap for the year, and I hope that there's many years to come with the quest for creativity, because it's always such a joy to watch what everyone does. And again, thank you so much, Audrey, and thank you everyone for your submissions. Bye.